Let's see if this one makes it. Thank you guys for being on this live and coming on today.
Looking better?
So far, so good.
Okay. Looks like on your phone before we get started. Thanks for joining us today.
We didn't realize we set live, so we didn't mean to keep you guys waiting. So
we had to go to Home Depot, so we were preparing to go live, and then I started counting all the wood that we had, and I was like, you know what? We need some more wood.
Yes, Sheldon does says thank you for everyone's patience for waiting on us to be on the live, because of course of the turtle, he is super patient. I think that's the clearest I've ever seen on a live stream.
Yes. What's up, Dino? Hey, Craig, Julie. Yeah, the chat is looking good. I think that is going to work. I'm hoping. We got 20 people on. Welcome, everyone.
On here quick.
We're going to be making the slat bed today. Last night we had to sleep kind of crazy. We had the freezers and the batteries built into the back, and we kind of just had to crunch up in about 3/4 of the back of the van last night. It was interesting, but we got up this morning, no big deal. And it's nice and cool here in the morning, but it's really quiet and everything. So we headed off to Home Depot, and we got stuck there this morning. We were at the Home Depot for a little while, just looking at different things. But we got some more wood, and we're gonna make the slat bed to make for the top. I'm gonna kind of bring over the other slat bed so you can kind of see what I'm gonna build.
Yes, right now our bed is a slat bed, so it comes out, but it doesn't go like all the way to the toilet, which is where the end of the bed is. So we have a piece of wood there now. So this is our old slat bed, and it comes and it's 2 rows, this row and this row. So on our new one, it's going to be modified, and it's going to be 3 slats. So it's going to be those 2 rows and then an extra row, so we don't have that board, but we have slat bed all the way to the end.
So I kind of have my prototype right here.
Yes.
Which is nice. Put that up against Scotty's tractor here. All right. So I'm going to get a tape measure, and then I'll be kind of down there with you with the camera.
So this is the live, guys. So far, so good. And we're going to get started making our slat bed. So we're very excited about that.
What did we do with the tape measure? There's 2 of them. Here it is.
I was going to say, we took it to Home Depot. You didn't leave it there, did you?
No, I didn't. All right, you got me a pen, I see. Good deal. All right, you might have to turn them
all right, guys, let's
towards me a
see
little
if
bit.
I can get you to Mike, because we're making the slat bed. Oh, wrong way. We're making the slat bed today.
All right, and then kind of push it down. There you go. So you can kind of see the cuts I'm making. Scott offered a set of sawhorses, but I'm not going to bother with some sawhorses. We'll just use this little box from the other build here. So,
seems to be doing the job.
Yeah, it seems to be working out fine. We're going to be using this white wood, which I think is really nice.
If that don't work, I can get you a Sharpie.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
There, I'm going to cut each one of these to 2 feet. And no, in the beginning, remember, we have those dimensions, correct? We had the little piece of paper for the long
inches.
pieces. 34? All right, that's what I need to be cutting now. That makes sense. So we're gonna cut some long pieces for the bed first.
Hello, John from Massachusetts.
Plugged in.
Wolfgang Wolfman. We have no plans like this year to go to Alaska, but Alaska is definitely on our places to go. We'll probably definitely want to spend the summer there, like the whole season, the whole summer there. So we'll really have to plan for that one.
All right, guys, you're gonna hear the saw. Sorry. All right, there's one.
Hey, Ben Wheeler from Texas. Dino said, remember, measure twice, cut once.
Absolutely. So we needed how many of these? 5? Correct?
Yes.
5 of these
Small ones
and one bigger one. That's right. They don't really have to be perfect. I'm going to try to make it as straight as possible. There's 2. And I think we determined that this was too small. And
Lulu and Scooter's Adventure said, Steph, I'm leaving Texas early tomorrow morning, headed to Flagstaff. That is awesome. Does that mean you're on the road?
Alright.
Alaska would be a trip to remember. Yes, it would be.
So the 24-inch now, I'm gonna need some slats for the bed. So I'm gonna, while I have this little board here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a couple of these slats off of the excess. So out of each one of these boards, I will be able to get 2 of the longer pieces to connect, which are the ones that go across there, and then I'll be able to get 1 of the slats of the slat bed. So kind of using all the pieces here efficiently, all the wood. So I only end up with a scrap piece of this out of that whole piece, which you want to try to do that as much as possible. I know you guys can't see my face, but that works. At least you can see what we're doing here.
Want me to take the stickers off of those?
Yeah, if you'd like. Alright, we'll do the same thing here.
We did have a slat bed before, Craig, which came out once. So this slat bed, we're actually going to try to make it to come out twice. So having 3 rows of slats on this one. So it's kind of the same bed, but also with the little modifications. Like we said, we're kind of doing everything the same, but we are modifying everything.
Here we go again.
Tucson, Arizona. That is a good place to go. Dino said, go, go, gadget.
I'm trying. It's a little warm here, but it is not as warm as it would be in Florida. So I am really glad we're here at Destination Open Road, Scott and Terry's house, doing this in the middle of the summer.
Somebody asked, Lulu and Scooter's Adventures asked if they were pre-painted slats. What is this called? This is a certain kind of thing. Does this say
You can show
on
them,
here?
yeah, it has all that on there. So you can kind of show them that piece on the board, actually.
I forget. But this is this is a certain type of board, but it is kind of like pre-painted and dipped with like bug treatment and water treatment and things like that. So we'll only have to end up painting the edges. It is white, so we're debating on leaving it white, or we might paint it cream. But it is pretty cool because it's just, like it says, pretty easy: cut, install, touch up, and then better performance, resisting to split, resisting to moisture, resistant to scratch, dents, or marring. interior use only, use same tools as wood. So it's just, it's pretty nice.
It's an extra level of protection for the moisture and the mold and everything, with it being dipped all the way around with a
And
coating.
the edges are already smoothened out.
And sanded.
So we figured for the sliding purposes, that'll make it really nice. You can't even see it. So like for the sliding purposes, that'll make it nice. Because before, we just had the rough edge of wood. We didn't finish it off.
So here goes the saw. So I have 4 long ones now, right? And 2 slats for the bed. And just this little bit of a waste. So we'll grab another board. Woo! Steph got the cool seat over there in the shade.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. I'll be in the shade in a little bit.
Ooh, and Scooter's Adventure said nice to the wood.
I think it was just an extra level. Just something that, for the protection and all the weather environments we go in, I think you just need to think about those things when you're building. And that's what we did the first 3 or 4 days we were here at Scott and Terry's house, and we didn't build anything, is we actually went to Home Depot and Lowe's and got some education on some of this stuff. What's the newest, latest, greatest stuff? And this is it. So thought, let's use it, see how it holds up.
You kind of see right here, it's a pretty thick coating. Kind of hanging off there. Pretty thick.
Grab that car, Scotty's. Huh? More stuff going on here at
Destination
Open Roads RV Park.
Oh wow. We're gonna get them a wood sign.
We have to get them a sign that says
wood
that.
sign, like for Christmas or something.
So we'll keep. I'm gonna make a couple more slats out of this, and then we'll kind of put it on the ground and.
Yeah. Someone said it's actually raining right now in Washington. We just have a filter on the camera. I wish. That would be neato.
Goodness. Choked up. I have a little bit of waste on this one, but that's okay. We'll probably use it somewhere else in the build.
Julie, we're just calling it their RV park. It's not really their RV park.
It's just kind of funny that there was a whole bunch of people here for a little bit.
Yeah, now we got Wandering Jimmy still here. We're still here, and then of course Destination Open Road is still here. So it's pretty nice. And then it was funny because we seen a Winnebago leaving out of this community, and it was headed out, but it was funny because they were like looking like, could you stay there?
So now we're gonna cut in the back next to the part of the bed in the back. I'm going to put some like door hinges instead of the piano hinge that I had before. So I need a little wider piece of wood for the back rail to give some support so that those hinges will have a place to screw into. So we'll need one of these at 34 inches.
Team Manic says, we're back, 3rd day, so much fun.
Thank you.
Hello, hello, thank you for joining the stream. Awesome, Cheryl. Thanks for joining us. I hope you like it.
No. Nothing.
Be happy. Every time I see your name now, I get that song stuck in my head.
Okay, well, this should.
I'm gonna go ahead and get around over here and I'll drag that focus.
Dina, we were actually thinking about coming to Florida for the winter season. Everybody kind of does the winter up here in Arizona, so it's kind of get crowded in Arizona. So we were thinking that we would do the winter in Florida.
At least Christmas. January, maybe.
At least Christmas is January. We might go to Jamie's Vanville. Tennessee, funny story. I actually used to live in Tennessee, and Mike and I went through Tennessee after we left Camper Van Kevin's. What was that? 2018?
17.
2017.
Alright, so, let's have to reposition the camera, babe,
Okay.
over here a little bit, and I'm gonna try to show them how I'm just gonna duplicate all of this. Do that like right here.
Right here.
Get the saw out of the way.
Leave more of this one.
I did have to purchase a saw from Home Depot, so I just got a $40 Ryobi jigsaw. Seems to be working very nice. So,
Sorry, guys. Trying to get it. Hang on with me while I jiggle the camera around just a teeny bit.
there we go. And this is up at the front. I only cut a couple of these just so that I could see.
Hey Mark, glad you made it on here. John, this is actually not the new camera. We're actually going live off of Mike's We're going live off of Mike's S9 Samsung S9.
Let's see here. We did decide we wanted longer pieces on the ends here, right? On the outsides, we wanted wider pieces.
Yeah, the wider pieces.
Okay, so I do need to cut 2 of those at 24 inches. That's what I was. Cut these real quick.
Cheryl, well, I hope you get chosen one day. You gotta keep trying. Especially with something new like that, they probably have hundreds of applications. We hope you get, just gotta keep trying, you'll get a van. Sleeping was a little uncomfortable last night, so hopefully we'll get the bed done today. Hi from Little Rock. Hi, Dennis.
Arkansas. Alright. Sorry about the saw. That worked out.
Good evening, Paula. It is kind of warm here today in Seattle, it's about 86, so we can't complain because everybody around us is hotter than us, it seems like.
Can you believe it? This was perfectly 34.
Awesome.
So no scrap on this piece. We used the whole board. So sorry about the noise in the background. It might be a little bit loud, but we'll work through it.
Charlie, is that Charlie's life? Claire's life? Sorry. Claire's life. We are making our slat bed. This one you could kind of see over here. That was our old slat, and it had 2 rows of slats, so it came out twice. This is our new slat bed, and we're going to try to make it 3 rows of slats. So it's going to come out once and then come out again, so it could be the whole width of the van. And that's what we're doing today. Keith, thank you so much.
I'll do a 24-inch here. So which side's the factory edge? We always want to leave the factory edge if you can. Sorry about the saw.
The new bed is actually going to be the same length, but before we had a slat and then a piece of wood. So we're trying to get rid of the piece of wood and make it all slats, so it's actually going to be the same. How big would you say the bed is? 5 foot?
About 5 foot, and then my feet go up on the
Toilet.
which gives me another 18 inches.
So this is
Almost 7 feet, like 6.5, 6. The interior is 82 inches. Pieces of strap, not much.
Hello from Australia.
I used to probably be able to tell you what time it is there, but now I don't.
Gotta get loud, kids.
No worries.
Yeah.
See Scotty on the tractor there?
Hopefully.
There you go. There's Scotty on the tractor. Can you go forward?
Oh, yep.
All right.
I'm gonna pull that other car out here.
Good deal, buddy.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. It said no. Uh-oh.
Whoa, whoa. Hold on. Am I really getting that confused?
Okay.
Oh, I have a tape measure. Did I? I mean, it's no big deal. I couldn't have wasted any wood. That's weird. Alright, well. Uh-oh, Scotty got
Stuck.
delayed. Delay a game over
Is
there.
that really your tractor? Are you hot wiring
You
it?
hot wiring that tractor?
I just didn't see any connection, but.
Don't forget to say hi to all your fans.
Hi, my 3 fans. Love y'all.
John, we might just ask you on some carpentry questions. So far, so good. We always appreciate you offering. Scotty got 2 fans. He was right. He was right. He got 3 fans. TJ.
Sure you got more than
Scotty,
that.
you're right. You got 3 hellos. got a couple more.
Alright. There we go. This guy gonna have to get something to drink.
A Mountain Dew in the cup holder. Yeah, Dino, I'm glad you watched Destination Open Road. We told you to. He said, check them out. We met them at the RTR. You got 4 fans. Oh, you got another one.
If I can just get the tractor to run so I can get it out of here.
Somebody said, did you get the truck fixed?
The what?
Did you get your truck fixed?
No.
Not.
No, not yet. I gotta take a little bit to do that one. Hey, come on.
Okay. Now I think we can get the drill and is that gonna be right? That looks right. Just checking. I want to screw nothing up. Good up to this point.
We have over 100 people watching. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming on this live.
I'll
There
be
you
quick
go.
to get out of your way.
No worries, buddy.
He's pretty good on that thing. Alrighty, now I'll pull you down. See what Mike's doing.
Hitting screws and oh wow. Let's see if these screws will go all the way through or if I need the other ones. I need the other ones. You always want to make sure that your screws are long enough, but not too long. You don't want them to go through the other side, but you want it to hold. So, all right, Stephanie, would you like to hold this for me?
Yeah, definitely.
Just kind of put some pressure right here for me. Square. I'm not sure if I should pre-drill this stuff or not. We will know very soon. A little bit of pressure. There we go. That looks like that'll be good. Another one here, square. Now we'll come over here and do the same thing. It's nice to have a helper to be able to hold stuff. goes in there really nice too. We will have to touch some of this up with a little bit of. It is. No, I think it's square here. Yeah, these boards are a little crooked, so. All right. So, using our little template over here, flip it upside down. See, like this. Okay. So we have the two mains in the middle. Now I need to put one of those single boards on the bottom and have it attached to there. I have a little grass stain on them, but I'll be alright.
Gives it character.
Give them a little character.
Mike likes to say that about all imperfections. I guess you could say that's looking on the bright side.
Right.
Oh, it's so much smaller than what it was.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the battery box is there. And
Oh, and you can just put that.
because a lot of that was stationary. All that was stationary, so that really didn't affect anything. So, I'm going to keep referring back to my template from the old build. So,
I got to unhook them. They got such a turning radius that.
now, the first slides will be these. And they will get attached to this rail so that it will slide out. So that's just kind of where you got to keep things straight.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Yep, doing this turtle style. Sweating on stuff. Alright, so we'll remove these two. This will be attached to this board. Would you like to hold that for me, babe? Good factory egg. Well, put 2 screws in there. I really think one.
Beautiful.
Same thing right here, babe. Hold that one.
Lulu Scooters Adventure asked if we're going to be doing the live with the yard sale. We didn't
Don't know.
know it was supposed to rain this weekend, so that all might be put on hold.
So, since we have a third part that slides out, that's where this board will come in. And it will come into play right here. And then this slat and this slat will get attached to this board. So this third rail will be attached to this board so that it'll have a third extension out. and it won't be attached to this board or this board. This board's not is attached to this board, not this board, and not this board. If that kind of explains it. I hope that, I'm not sure how well that was an explanation, but let's go ahead and hold this board now, babe. Into the third board. Perfect. And we'll do this one over here. Same way. Okay. So, whew. Now does that make kind of some sense that each one now kind of slides in itself? See how that works? And how that will make into a slider bed. So that kind of helps you understand what we're doing here. Whew. The grass kind of messing me up. Okay, let's take a 2-second break here and let Steph look at some of the comments in the shade. I'll get in the shade.
Craig says, I think once installed it will all make sense. I think so too. It is kind of hard to see, especially because there's not a lot of things that have 3 slats coming out. So it's not like you could compare it to a futon or something. So I get where it's a little hard to see.
Whew. I'll get in the shade for a second. Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey, Mama Faye. Oh, that's a good idea, John Walker. Bit of wood filter inside the screws.
Got some filler and a little paint?
Yeah.
Yep.
To make it look finished.
Those will be all those little projects later on when we're somewhere and we're camped and we want to do something. We'll get some paint, some putty, and we'll go ham on it, you know?
Lulu and Scooter's Adventure just asked who's here at the RV park. We're here. Destination Open Road. Scott Terry is still here. And Jimmy actually just came back. So Wandering Jimmy's here. So it's us, Wandering Jimmy, and Destination Open Road are all still here.
Now we're going to put the 3 slats at the end. Attach them the same way. So is this live stream a little less pixelated, guys?
Definitely looks a lot less pixelated.
I'm hoping so. I hope the boosters helped. It makes it for a better experience.
Sydney said you're doing an awesome job, Mike.
Thank you, thank you.
Live stream is great. Tab over camper.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Darren Thompson.
All
He
right.
said, yes, today is very good. Awesome, because today we did put up our boosters. I don't know why we forgot about them the other day. probably just more focused on the build, but we put the boosters up today. In the beginning of the live, it was a little wonky, but now it seems to be holding strong, knock on wood.
Just getting it all squared up here. So,
Mama Faye says everything's looking good.
alright, so now we're kind of do the same screw system onto the same slat. So this one, as you can see, will get attached to the first one up here. Does that make sense? And then the second one will get attached to the second one. And
Hey,
then
Steven.
the big one will get attached to the inside. So come on over here and we'll put some screws going. I guess on this one, kind of here. Off that much. You just want to push them just a hair, not too much, because I got a little bit on each side. I want it to be a little bit on each. Yeah.
What about this one?
That's perfect. Now is it even here? Alright, well, hold these together, like right here, and hold, and I'll come around the other side. We'll kind of scoot the camera over just a hair so you can see. So, like we talked, this outside one goes to the outside. Outside to the outside. There you go. Actually, just stay right there.
Let's put this back up.
The second board will get attached to the second plank.
Yeah, well, I mean, in reality, it's like, why would I have drawn you down there?
Go. And then the last one will get 2 screws. Whew. Sweat.
Yeah. Well, you're working. Working.
Alright, so we're gonna do a little sideways, but we'll probably do it just side by side for that. Screws. Don't lose any screws on the ground.
I was thinking just because we're doing our build here, we'll have to take a magnet in this area.
Honestly, we've been kind of keeping up with all the screws pretty well. It's been pretty easy to do that. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Screws, I think. I'll grab a couple more screws before we get going.
Hey, girl.
Tell you, you just gonna stop right in the middle of the live stream.
Yeah.
Say hi to everybody.
So, like, they like me the other day.
Yeah. Say hi to all the people.
Oh, she might sense this is in her way, and she might not see how big it is.
She don't know if she can go past
She
it or
is
not.
old and blind, guys.
All right, girl. You can use the shade though.
Yeah, you can sit over. Yeah, see, she didn't know what was in front of her.
No.
No, when I moved it, she moved.
I tell you. Yeah.
I know, I feel so bad, and if we moved it over like an inch, I wouldn't be beating up here.
Right there. Kind of hold that. Hold down with one hand, hold these together with the other. Alright. There you go. So, these in here so they don't get lost. Do the same thing. Outside to the outside. Right in the middle. Go. Now, second board to the second board. Go. And then the outside to the outside. Go. So,
Alright.
now,
Start.
let's see if we did it right. I should be able. Oops. Yeah, you'll have to hold the middle board, the board in the middle. Yep. Let's see. She holds that. Then this. Uh-oh.
Okay, so hold on.
Those are switched.
Woo. And they showed, did he call you?
No, he told me.
See, we're having a learning curve here, so you guys get to see what happens. So,
Oh, he called before he showed up.
Oh yeah, because this one was supposed to go.
this one is supposed to go. Wow, guys, did we really mess this up?
Yeah, we did. I'm trying to figure this out. Do we need to go back in?
Okay. Just kind of leave it like that. Got some grass in there. Okay. Well, let's see. What do we need to do to make this work? So this outside one is good. And why isn't it sliding away from this one?
Oh, we just didn't
We just didn't
pull
pull it.
it hard enough. Okay. So we're scared to break
We're scared to break it. Oh, okay, here we go, guys. I didn't mess up. We just gotta.
We're like, oh, this should work great for sliding purposes.
Hold on. So this one here is.
So far, I think you're right. I just think it's not sliding properly.
This one is in the wrong. Let me think about this for a second.
Ooh, it's warm.
Oh, I see. Because they still want
Yeah.
the same length.
So.
Maybe because these should be on this one to come out from there.
Yeah, I think so. So I think I need to remove it from. So which one do I need to remove? The middle slat? Remove this one.
That's the same slat.
See, we're figuring it out with you guys. Alright. Take a little break for a second since it's so warm right here. Alright. Can't be too complicated. So this is attached to the outside. Okay, I see what I did wrong. This can be fixed. Alright, so this one needs to go onto here. I think we just did that backwards. this board needs to go onto here. What are they saying on the comments? They got any suggestions?
Yeah.
Okay, so this board needs to slide. This one really needs to slide. So this one will slide all the way out.
They're just having fun with it. They say get out the WD-40.
Alright. The fire trucks. So. Alright.
A fire department's coming to help.
So if I move this one to here, undo these two, move this one to here and that one to there, and these to over here, that should fix it, right? I don't want to attach that though. Or do I just switch these two? And then it would slide. Then it's slide again. Definitely have to switch these two. Which is horrible. Alright. Let's see here. That one's gonna have to slide. That's definitely wrong. Do you want to take all those out? Okay. Let's say. Ah, there we go. Now I see it. Now I see what I did. And by moving the wood, really minimize some of the holes being messed up. So, set this to the side. These will get rotated and set to the side. And all this to here. Just need like a piece of cardboard or something on the ground because it's so uneven. Alright. We'll get it. I have faith. That's gonna stay. The outside one will slide with the outside one. Whew.
The cardboard boxes went to recycling this morning, so I got a piece of wood, but I don't know if that's too thick for you.
the other way.
This one?
Do you have two of those over there?
I do.
So put that right there where,
Where these woods are?
well, just put it right where my,
Sorry.
and then go get the other one. And then we'll put it down too. And that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be better. That way we're not sitting on the grass. Pretty much already do, but that's okay. Nothing at all.
I'm gonna check the phone battery real quick. Ooh, sorry, I didn't mean to move you guys. Oh, okay, still okay on that.
Okay. Now. It is hot.
It is a warm one today.
Wow, it is so hot. Nothing like Florida though, I bet.
Oh, wow. Nothing compares to that Florida heat.
There. Right there. So, I have to go douse my head with some water. All right, let's walk the walk now. Let's talk through it. So, to me, that's the easiest way to solve problems, guys, is just to talk through the problems, and usually they solve themselves. Okay, so, forget about that board. This board will go out the furthest, right? So it needs to be on that front peg. So hold down on that. Okay. And then in turn, it needs to be on this board here. So we'll have to put a little wood putty and fix that other screw hole. And a little bit more. Okay. Let's do that on this other side.
Want me to hold it?
Yeah, I think good. No. Onto the first board. So the outside and the inside slide. Now those slide. Okay. Now, making the inner box slide is the part that never done before. So I'm assuming it would go to here and to here and be able to slide out with the other one. So let's put screws in here. Sure it's squared up. Yep. And it's going to this slide. Now, this one. Okay. It's even. Okay, now this should work the way it's supposed to. You want to hold on to the back edge, act as a wall. It comes out the first time, which we'll have to make a stopper. Then once it's all mounted, it'll be straight. And see, now this can come out again. And we will put more slats in the middle to beef it all up. So, we need another rail on the end to stop that track. So, that's right there. Yep. Well, that's the other piece we need. There we go. And then it'll go underneath here as a stopping point for this one. So as this slides, it'll stop on this piece of wood. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. All right. No big deal.
So now we know how they need to go in there.
Yep.
So just slide that back with that piece of wood.
Yep.
Right.
So, will all that need to be in tension a little bit? I think it might be. So we'll kind of scoot them out of the way for a second. So how, if I put one there, how is it going to slide forward? Does that make sense? Like, how can I stop it and then still be able to collapse back in? Huh. It's the next problem I have. So now this works. Hold that first board. First board. But you're not careful, it'll just come out on the floor, right? So how am I going to prevent that from happening? Well, we got this working, but now I'm a little stumped on how to keep it from coming out all the way. Huh. Yeah, we got it really messed up now. There we go. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna put some more slats in the middle. It'll help it, but there we go. That's kind of how it goes. So that back rail needs some kind of stopper. And we definitely need some more things in the middle. This is getting annoying. I call this making IKEA furniture, and it never, you can't even put their furniture together. A lot of times, just watch your fingers, baby. Alright. So
that's where we need a stopper, is at the end of there.
But it can't stop because then it won't let the others slide in. Unless I cut those off, but it still wouldn't let it slide in. It would hold the board. You think about that. I'm going to cut some 24-inch slat pieces so we can put them in there. Thinking I need one, like 10. More cutting. It was easy when we only had the second one, right?
I see.
So I cut some more pieces here so we can kind of see how all this is going to go together. There we go. Any suggestions on how to make that stop?
I'm trying to look out at slack beds right now. I'm only seeing 2 pulls out, no 3s. So, I'm a little stuck.
We just might not be able to do a third pull out, eh? Well, I really wanted to make a 3 slat, but if it's not possible, we'll just make a 2 slat, right?
I'm trying to make them bigger so they can come out longer. The bed would be longer.
Good. I've never seen anybody make a 3 slat.
No, and probably wise because it don't work out.
Alright, well, that's okay. We can make it like this. Let's see. Alright, well, plan B. Always a plan B. I thought this might happen, so not the end of the world. Let's regroup. Got the slats. This one good. Alright. Okay guys, we're gonna make a 2 slat pull out. Then we'll have to put in another piece for the bed, kind of like we do now, which will be fine. It is what it is.
I mean, we're coming out a little bit further.
It is gonna come out because we have
Smaller
less, we have
pieces.
smaller pieces, so
it's less of a stop.
it's definitely gonna be better than what it was, for sure. So now is the question. Here we go. Well, we're scratching the 3 and we're gonna do a 2. So I know how to build a 2. We've done that a few times on a few builds, so that shouldn't be a big deal now. Alright. Well, that's the fronts. And then we need something to catch it, right?
Yeah, so we need a piece here.
Alright, let's look at this again.
Yeah.
the drawing board.
Some pieces. This is the first. That's what's up. That's what's up. So.
Small slat on the bottom. That's what we have. Then that gets all right. Ooh, it's hot. So, we have the back piece. We have the two ends attached to the back. Now what we need. Okay, let's do this. Alright, we need a piece in the back for the other one to slide on. So that one's good. Nice piece of wood. Don't think that it needs to go under here. There's the face. So pretty. So that's like that. That's on the back.
Right.
Two in the front, two in the back. Go. Square. Squares it's gonna get in a band. Has curved edges. So now slat. Slat. And outside, the inside, inside, the outside. All right, let's do this without screwing it up, Mike. Right?
One step.
All right. Here we go. Okay, that back one. And this one here is going to slide forward with the back. So, one screw here. See what we're doing? I hope so. Hope we're not boring you guys.
Maybe with this one coming out a little bit longer.
It might be better, right? That's what I'm hoping. So this one here. This one here. Now, this one here. The back. Yep. Oh my, Mike. What'd you do that for, Mike? That's not good. Oh wow. Oops.
It's okay. We'll put
A little
some
wood
more.
filler and wow. That wasn't very good, but I think it'll be okay. Like I said, we'll get some wood filler. There we go. So, there's the principle. We'll go ahead and put in more slats to yeah, I can't line up any holes. That one will work like that. And this one will work like that. Alright. Slide it back together. Keep it all square. And this is going to have a little piece on the front. And you won't see any of that imperfections. Now, Mike can keep it straight. Which ones I'm screwing to what, right? Okay. So this one's on the outside, so this one's got to be on the inside. This one will be on the outside. Get some more screws. Alright, so this one needs to be attached to the big piece of wood, right? Alright.
Blue Van Dam said he'd have it built by now.
this?
Oh, Craig said, can you do 2 slats and have the third one fold out, like hinge out? Good idea.
Maybe.
Ugh, poor guys. They were suggesting all types of things, and we were ready to time.
The only problem with flipping it out is when you have the mattress on top, it's really hard to flip a piece of board over when you have the mattress there. I never understand how people do that. It's got to be very awkward, but I guess whatever works. Sorry, everyone. That's why you still got to paint a little bit. This one's going to go in the one in the middle. There we go. I guess you should put, see, help me. You can't hold that part, you have to hold there.
Oh, wait.
Alright, what did I do wrong? Let go. Really? You serious? Are they just too close together? Is that what it is? Are you serious? Wow. That is very discouraging. I hate to say that, but that is very, very discouraging, guys.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say anything. Oh, okay.
Well, at least I can reuse the holes on the front. Wow. It's a lot of extra work, though.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's bed them. Not our friend.
You know what? I'm gonna leave some gap. I kind of wanted it more tight, but I guess.
Oh. Oh, Gab ain't gonna hurt.
No. Now, let's do this again. Gotta get it square first. There we go. Okay, do this all over again. See, you can watch watch me make the mistakes so you don't make the same ones. Let's flip these two boards. At least this one. Over and that one over.
Kind of just put them in between the screw holes and it kind of just worked. That way they're not a little wobbly.
Okay, I guess we gotta hold everything. Oh, you're moving it. Yeah, you moved it.
Let's see one piece at a time.
Yeah, you can't hold it all. Hold it all. One piece at a time. Alright, so that's the outside. Outside the inside. Outside. Now the other side. One more. screws out of the way. There we go. Now that.
It looks a little wobbly, doesn't it?
Looks a little.
Not filtered. Well, it probably moves a little bit. Take 2 fingers and move it.
Right, it is kind of just.
No. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it
okay,
does.
yeah, see?
So it moves a little bit.
It moves a little bit.
So it's straight.
It's straight. Just gotta. See?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a couple of the bigger boards here in the middle.
So if we can get like 3 in there.
We'll beef it up. We'll beef it up a little bit. Some of these. Have one of these down the middle.
Oh, one of those in the middle.
Yeah, I have one of those down the middle, but see, even looking at it like that, none of those look straight now.
Yeah.
None of those. But see, it's just because you gotta pull it together and then straighten it up. So as we put more together, it will keep it more square. So, okay, we just need to add some more pieces. I have 2 more there I can add. Tear those apart, we put those on.
So 2 more pieces and then a fat one, and that'd probably be good.
Might be. There's the bed.
So where is that about? That one right there.
No. Still think maybe.
One more.
Let's see if I put them in. If I put something in between here and here, I can use those screw holes. See? See how that is? So I should really put like a bigger one here and a bigger one here for some structure in the middle, right? And then I can match these screw holes up because I'll have some wider ones here. And then this one can be to there, and then that one still have to be to there, so that will work.
I was gonna say, I don't think those screw holes are gonna work.
So this one really would need to go here, right?
Yeah, because
This one would need to go here to follow the design.
Yeah, that'll
And
work.
that one won't work, but these 2 front ones will. Okay. So if we do that, those 2 right there, and those 2 screw holes, do they look straight?
Yeah.
We got 4 screws right here. See what I mean? See what I mean?
See what I mean?
Can't be doing that. Alright, you want to hold that one? And they need to go to the outside, right? Yep.
Yep.
Gonna move it straight. Okay. Sense. Straight. Straight.
I would say so.
Push. There you go. Yeah, it's coming along. So if I cut 2 of the bigger ones, that'll work.
For almost
hours,
2
yeah.
hours, I think I'm gonna hook up the phone. Gimbal's still doing good.
Put it in the other tripod.
No, I need to hook up a battery to your phone.
Oh, okay. But you might have to put it in the other tripod.
Oh, okay.
Can't plug it in. I think the other tripod's over here, babe.
I'm looking for the USB to hook up the phone. I need a cord for your phone.
Oh.
Alright, I'm glad it's not buffering, Steven. Okay guys, the phone has a little bit of a charge left, so I'm going to put it on this battery pack and switch you over to a new tripod. So it's going to get a little crazy. Put your seatbelts on and hold on. I'm going to try to not make it as shaky as I can, but it's going to be shaky. Okay. Alright.
We're charging again.
We are in action, Jackson. So, till it dies, we're good.
That's a big one too, so.
Well, it's only got one. I charged it all night, but who knows how long it'll last.
Alright, so that's perfect. Look. These 2 in the middle. Look at that.
Looks good.
That looks really nice. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, Cheryl. She's been on here since we started streaming. That's a long stream. Like, that's like Narnia. Thank you, Be Happy. James started watching as soon as I got home from work. That's what me and Mike used to do. We used to get off work and then we would eat lunch or something together, and we would go and watch our favorite YouTubers and see what they were up to. You can't see. It's a little blurry. Okay, I'm going to fix it. Hold on, guys. This one don't have the stabilizer in it, so it's not going to be smooth. But You want to see the project, not Mike, right? Right. Okay.
Alright, want to hold that for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were watching YouTubers, we never dreamed we would be a YouTuber one day.
Yeah, he did. He
No,
was
I did
like,
not.
wouldn't that be so cool if we could do that?
Wanting to do it and actually being able to do it are two different things. So the outside to the outside, inside to the inside. Alright. Now some of my best friends are the people we used to watch.
That's so crazy.
It's so crazy. Alright.
It was funny at the last RTR, we went Brian Adventure Van Man
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Right.
And Mike was walking up to him and he had his camera out so he could catch him. And he looks at us and he says to me, I recognize you from Nate Element Van Life's channel. I was like, oh, me? So that was pretty cool.
Alright, well, now if you hold on to it, it should.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little finger.
I'm sorry. I don't want to push it in because I don't want to smash your fingers. There we go. Alright, you got it? There we go. Now look at that, guys. Now that's a nice slab bed. Good deal.
After we place it in the van and see what it looks like.
We should.
Alright, catch your breath for a second.
There you go. Here's the slide pretty good.
Yeah. Once you do it a
Once you
couple
do
of
it, yeah,
times,
you have to pick it up.
it'll
It's caught, yeah.
just go.
There we go. Oh, we're gonna re-screw this. I don't like that. Can you hold that for me? The bottom one. I might have to sit it down so I can get a really good torque on it. Alright, is that straight? There we go. Now that's better. That'll help. Okay. Now let's sit it in there. Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy. Alright. Take you guys in the van so you can see. Here, hold on, let me flip you around.
Oh, that's what the slat bed is going to look like. It only needs to go over that far because of the
Battery
kitchenette
box.
and the batteries and all that.
Yeah, all this is going to be built up, so that's why it's not
over there.
Yeah.
And this way it'll clear it when we pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looks like a couple of them aren't thatched. We're gonna have to. It's kind of hard to use a square on all these little boards if you don't have a jig or whatever. Doesn't look like we did very much today, does it?
Looks heavy. Yeah, that's actually heavier than our last one.
So.
Get a wider shot so we could see better. I could go inside so you could get a close-up shot. How about that? I don't have a gimbal or anything, so it's gonna be a little shaky. Beautiful, guys. Looks good, they said. It does look good. That white wood definitely gives it that nicer finished look.
It does, doesn't it? So that's kind of where it's gonna go, right?
We noticed that they had other pieces of this, kind of bigger, but not like big that would go from there to the floor. So that makes it a little difficult because it would be so cool if we could just build the rest of the build in this white wood.
We're gonna use it when we can, though.
You said you missed the pizza party. Oh no. Yeah, it looks nice. And it's pretty smooth, so if we ever decide to paint it, it should be easy. Having my Sheldon special for dinner. Sounds delish. Are you having your
turtle
crusted potato fish with green beans and mashed potatoes? I was the best waitress, man. I can tell you all my regulars orders from 2 years ago.
Alright. So let's get some.
Yes, it's going to be up off the fridge. There's going to be a piano hinge on the back there.
These hinges right here, I'm actually going to use some just door hinges instead of the piano because the piano
was
last
so
time
big.
didn't seem to give it enough room to be able to pull up, you know? So I'm going to use something like this, which I have to attach it.
I was one of those
the
waitresses.
bottom.
You didn't tell the other girls how much you made because they'd be mad.
Alright. I guess it should be on this side, shouldn't it? It could go over there on the bottom like that, right?
Yes, Keith, for a fridge and freezer.
I'm hoping I don't hit my head on the roof because of it being too tall. It's my only fear.
I don't think so. I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good.
That go there. Oh, yikes. I hate that. That sucks.
We haven't opened it up yet to see how wide it is. Imagine it would come to like right here.
Okay.
That's awesome, Be Happy. They said her husband and her love Bob Evans. Actually, before I worked there, I didn't even know what it was. One day I just walked in to see what it was, and I was like, oh, it's a restaurant. And they were like, are you here for an application? And I was like, yes I am. And I got the job. So, pretty easy application.
So,
Cheryl, no Bob Evans there. Yeah, I was from Chicago, and they didn't have any Bob Evans in Illinois, but when I moved to Florida, well, if they did, I didn't see any. And then when we moved to Florida, there was some.
So, now to build the little shelf here. Now we gotta think again.
Somebody said, "Are we for hire?" It's kind of crazy, but we're kind of booked at the moment.
But after that, yes. Oh. So, I'm tempted to put the hinges on, but then I'm tempted to go ahead and build this so we can see what it looks like. What to do next, dear? What to do next? What do you think? What would you do next?
I'd probably do the side over there so you could rest it on something when you're doing the hinges.
Because I want it to come over here, right? And I want it to rest on that board over here, correct?
Yeah.
So I need...
Perkins was our biggest competitor. Oh wow, they're serious. They said let us know when you're available.
That works. What part of the country do you live in? That'll help.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
where are you at,
country?
Susie?
What part of the country?
Before we just say yes and you're like, oh, I'm in China. Mike used to work at White Castle back in the day too.
Yep.
Showing up did. I worked at a Taco Bell, and I worked in one in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and it was off 2 intersections, and 2 colleges were nearby, and let me tell you, I could have probably wrote a book about what I seen. I worked in the drive-thru on the computers. I remember one time, the craziest thing I probably ever seen was a motorcycle caught fire right in the drive-thru. Caught a tree of ours on fire, caught a sign on fire. We had to actually like lock down the building, and the fire station had to come put out the fire, and then we were able to go home. Yeah, it was crazy college town. So crazy. I will never forget. I had this one car pull up. It was like a little Ford Focus, and it was a little Asian couple, a little bit older, and they pulled up, and they had their daughter in the back, and she was trashed. They probably just picked her up from a party. Funny stuff, that drive-through.
Alright, we're going to do some more cutting.
Yeah, it's going to come out here, but it's not going to be on the refrigerators. And over here, we're building the batteries their own little box. So it's going to be attached to there, but that don't have to slide out because all this right here is going to be counter. So that's why it's a little short, because all this is going to kind of be built up. Alright, I'm going to put the camera down and see if he needs my help. So, that's what it looks like. back into the van. Oh, sorry guys. This one don't have a gimbal, so hang on there with me. See? So we're gonna build a side over there, and then it's gonna be, what's that, 1/2 inch off?
Yep. Yep. It'll be like 1/4 of an inch off of it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever order anything that's called a rat burger. Although, when I lived in Chicago, they used to have this food truck, and they had this, it's called the garbage burger, and it came with everything on it. That was delicious. Oh, that's the rat burger. I guess I did eat it. Liking the Slat build. Thank you so much.
Paint that. You will see it. Oh, perfect size too. So I'm just kind of putting it up here to see where I'm gonna put it, and how I'm gonna adhere it to the floor.
I'd eat roadkill before bugs. Funny story, in Chicago, there was this huge candy shop, and I used to go there all the time with my siblings. And one time I bought my brother a bag of chocolate-covered bugs, and that is what the bag said, chocolate-covered bugs. And for some reason, I read that, and it registered in my head, chocolate-shaped bugs. And I went and I tried to give my brother these to try to get him to eat them. And he's like, no, I'm not eating bugs. And I was like, they're not bugs, they're candy, just eat it. He's like, I'm not going to eat it. So I ate one, and it was like a maggot. And I could hear the crunch of the shell. And I was like, that's a real chocolate-covered bug. It was at a candy store. Yeah, that was the one and only time I ate bugs. But, like I said, I didn't know what I was eating. I really thought it was chocolate-shaped bugs. But the package, I read the package, it said chocolate-covered bugs. But, like, you know, like with health codes and all that, how is that even possible? But you know what? I find it funny all the time. For Sheldon, I buy him dead freeze-dried shrimp and dead freeze-dried worms. So I buy dead worms and bugs for Sheldon to eat. That's crazy to think about.
There's my little box of screws.
Alright, so I'm going to tilt you down here so you can see what he's doing for the edge of the bed. There we go. Oh, crooked. Sorry, guys. Okay.
So, L brackets are your friends. Remember that when you're building stuff. Always use L brackets to help stiffen up any project. So, put some screws in this. Kind of want to get in the middle of the screw hole, because if you don't, it's going to pull it to the side every time. So, a second to get this started. One, you want to hold the piece of wood, sweetheart. The other side. Oh no, that's not good. Didn't come out the other side, but sure came close. I wanted to use the bigger screws in here though. Nobody will see it. It'll be underneath the bed part there. I can handle that, but I will use the smaller screws on this part. That'll get like that. This will go like this. So I need to attach it to here because it's going to go flush with that. We'll use the smaller screws this time. Thank you. There we go. Sorry.
Don't worry.
Took it with you. There we go. And now I can put these two together pretty easily like this. I think so. Afraid to touch it. Not gonna put it all the way that way. Oh, don't sting me. There we go. I'll be using metal brackets on everything if I can. It's the best and most secure way to attach everything together, in my opinion. So now, as you can tell, nice little shelf for everything to sit on. That's what it's going to look like.
Is most of the woodwork in your van going to be white? Yes. Goal is to make it cream, but for now we're using the white board. I definitely want to make it lighter than the wood color to hopefully make the space feel a little bit wider. The floor is so nice. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I really like it because the chopping board for the sink has this like red cherry wood. So like this is kind of some red cherry wood. And then I really like it because it's got like this gray color mixed in there. And like our walls are gray and our mattress is gray. And these will be showing and they're gray. So it was just really cool to have some hardwood floor that pulled some gray, and it's gonna match the countertops, and I think it's really gonna pull it all together.
Just add a couple more another bracket to this.
Yeah, and I really like this floor because earlier Olive was sniffing around the van, and Jimmy was like, "Oh, don't jump up in there," and I was like, "No, it's okay. It's scratch-proof, waterproof, life-proof." And so Olive was in here walking around with her nails and no scratches. So that was my test.
I was gonna take it back if it did.
Yeah, if Olive scratched the floor, then we were definitely taking it back. Because if it can't make it through Olive, then it can't make it through us.
Okay.
I won't ever have carpet in a van. Sometimes during the winter, we'll go and we'll get like a bathroom mat that has it's a little bit cushiony, and it's for like if you get water when you step out the shower. Those are really nice to have in the winter. But
There's
yeah.
like an anti-fungus mat on the bottom, anti-mildewy stuff. That's kind of nice. Hold this for me.
Yeah, that's nice.
Some screws. We've had some people say on the live stream that the audio is so low they can't hear us and stuff. I just thought I'd ask, how's the audio? Because I'm pretty loud, so.
I'm pretty soft and they're picking me up.
Alright, we'll put that in there and then I'll make a measurement. Oop, need to drop it down a hair. It's okay. Can't really.
Got it?
No. See what we can. I got screws in my hand. Put them away. Tape measure. Too tall. Alright. There we go. Now we're looking right. Right where you got it. Come on, just a hair. Come on, just a hair.
Up or out?
Up. Alright, let's measure again. A little bit higher. Not gonna hurt it. That's why I just hacked it. Perfect. No work. All right, sorry guys. No worries, here we're back. That looks better. Had a little internet hiccup.
They said grab on.
So, there we go.
Hey, nomadic bike, didn't even see you jump in there.
So,
They're back.
oh wow.
People starting to come back on.
Couple of people.
Or did we lose everybody?
One says, well, we're up to 69 people. Scampers still kind of buffering. I hope that stops for a second. I haven't left. Cheryl says, Cheryl, you're so awesome. You've been here the entire time. Still here, Julie. Awesome, Craig.
Alright, good deal.
He immediately went and got refixed. Yes.
Okay. So, now that needs to be mounted like that so it's above the freezers. So,
Thank you, Anna, for being here. Dino, you're awesome.
alright. So now if you come over and if you could hold this on this side, I think.
On that side where you are?
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try to hold that up straight while I look here.
If you put your measuring tape with a leveler on now, you'll be able to see
Yeah.
them straight.
Just trying to make sure that over there is level and straight. I think it is.
Now that I'm holding it straight, does it look like it's got enough space for the fridge to come out?
Yes. Absolutely. Just hope it's not too high for the roof.
I don't think so.
I think we're doing good. So,
I don't feel like it's any higher.
no. And then when we build onto that, that'll butt up to that, so you won't see that. And then if I build another little piece right in there, where the batteries will go, for it to sit on. So I guess I should put the hinges on, right? So it just kind of suspends itself.
For the second, probably.
Yeah, and then grab me a little drink. Would you like a drink, sweetheart?
I'm okay for the second.
Yeah, sometimes the sunglasses get in the way, don't they?
All the time.
Alright. It's 12 and a half inches off the floor. Yeah, you're doing it kind of the wrong way. It would have to be this way.
Wait.
Because you're going to want to tilt that side up to make it, see, level. That makes sense?
Yeah.
You could almost put that underneath it.
No, I don't think it's high enough.
No?
That's a level.
Is that good?
Yeah.
That's almost level, right?
I mean, it's slightly off.
Not too much though, so it wouldn't take much to lift that up, and when I do it, there you go, see? So that's your level. Well, it looks like we're level over here, so what about that? Is that level? That seems level. That's too high. Yeah, that's too high. And that's too low. So let go of it. Let go of it. Let go of it. Let go of it. There you go. And then I can just tilt this up, say, to make it level. So if you hold this, I can put some hinges on there. Back it out just a hair. And you want to come hold this just like this. And keep the bubble in the bubble. I'll put some hinges on there. Probably don't have to do that for a second while I put the hinges on the bottom parts, but then when I know to put it on the top. I think you guys are just seeing our butts now, aren't you? Okay. Here we go. Getting awful tall, see? I don't know if that's gonna work.
Well, we could use smaller brackets.
No, I can't. I need them to.
That guy said that'll hold together a car.
This isn't.
Oh, okay.
This isn't what we were. No, these are just door hinges, babe.
Okay.
These are door hinges that will go up and down.
Could you go underneath? No. So it'll have the wood.
Nope. It's another thing to figure out. It's gonna hit that if I time, isn't it?
It's too close to put a screw there.
Yeah.
It'll just come out the edge.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's quite annoying.
Right.
I do not want to use that piano hinge because I feel like it doesn't pivot good enough. And it binds up, doesn't it? It is really... So... I don't know.
Oh, that one might be a little too big.
Oh, man. See, that's what I mean. We're getting taller and taller
Yeah,
and
but
taller.
if we do the piano hinge, that would work in that space.
I don't have a new piano hinge.
No, that would.
That would require us to go to Home Depot.
Yeah, that would. We got silver and gold ones. Are the gold ones possibly slightly smaller?
I have
Same
one
exact
gold one, I
size.
think. Yeah, same
Same
everything.
exact size. Alright.
See what I mean, guys? You have to kind of think 10 steps ahead, but you can't think too far ahead or you'll never get anything done. You know, like you gotta start and do something.
You'll always hit bumps in the
You
road.
always hit bumps in the road. And you just gotta figure out how to fix these bumps. Alright, hold on. What happens if we do it like this? Will it still... Yeah, it's still open. So that would work. That's the solution. Does it
thinking
need to
with
be
the
like this? Is that how it needs to be? So that it'll go up? Yep, that's the right way. No, because then it'll fold. So it has to be like that.
We don't put it all the way up because we usually have
Right.
a cushion, so it's only got to be about like a 60-degree angle.
Yeah, that's it. So it's gonna go in there like that, and then it'll attach.
I mean, if it could go all the way up, that'd be awesome because we could open the refrigerators in there. But with the cushions on the bed, I just don't see that possible.
Right. You need to do it just like that. So that's money. Alright, so let's go let go of that. Yes. We'll just have to adhere this right here. There. I want to use the silk all the same color ones. Start over with the whole process. If you don't get these hinges going the right way, they're not going to work right. Awesome. Okay, so just like this. Oops. Oh no. Popped the head right off.
Oh, whoa. Cheap nail. How do we... Blah.
Arr. Oh wow. So I gotta take this out and move it over? Or just drill a new hole through the bracket?
If you're asking me, I would drill a new hole through the bracket because that thing is in there. And I don't know how much you can move that because of the hinge on the back. See this? We found it at the Habitat for Humanities in Sisters, Oregon. It's pretty cool. It's got tape measure. It's got a little notepad so you can write your measurements. And it's got a leveler. 3 in 1.
Okay. So one of the reasons I want to be live is so that everyone can kind of see the problems that you have when you're building. It's really easy if you just want to be like, oh, I did this today, and just show each part as you did it the right way, and delete all the bad stuff. That's, anybody could do that.
A lot of YouTubers don't like going live though because anything can happen. Like,
I could drill a hole in my finger. Oh, I don't think that's good.
was a tease. Oh, that'd be the house. Joseph would be the house, babe. That's Joey. We got a pizza delivery, but we got everybody here, so we don't know who ordered pizza. I think it's Terry's son. Renee, you didn't.
Renee Center.
Renee!
So, some people on our live stream
Look at that.
that know where we are kind of sent us a pizza, so.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. You guys seriously got us pizza for Oregon. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Did I not tell you we have the best subscribers and Patreons out of all of YouTube?
I just figured it was for Scott and Terry or the kids or Aja.
I heard the person say Joseph. Everybody must be Joey.
Yeah, Joey. So. But one of our subscribers and friends knows where we're at, and I guess she just wanted to contribute to the build in her own little way, so she sent us a pizza. Thank you so much.
And that is what we were talking about, guys. You just never know what's going to happen on the live. Like, you all knew what was happening before us. I'm just saying, and we thought we were hosting this live stream. Boy, were we wrong.
I think I'm going to move it over one.
Okay, because you just can't drill through. The whole van smells like pizza now.
All right. All right. We'll do it right there, I guess. Well, that was definitely a pleasant surprise. I did not expect that. Did you?
I was definitely not expecting that. Are you gonna get the edge of the wood there?
What?
You look
What are
like-
you talking about?
I just want to make sure you're not going to the edge. It looks like you're on the edge there.
I have to get it in the hole, babe. I'm limited. Holes. Alright. There's one.
So we do 40 on that sucker.
Oof. So, I'm assuming. Oh, wow. Sure who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Okay. Oh, we have 3 of these. How am I gonna put the other one on here?
Was that big enough to do a 1 and 1?
These don't attach to this. See, if I attached it to this, it would hold it against the wall. It wouldn't be no good. It won't work. See that? I'll do this one. Oh my. There we go. Now, no busting it off this time, and we'll be fine.
I can't watch.
Alright. Now. Am I gonna have to place something on the wall to feed into it? That's horrible, babe. It's not gonna work.
No.
It's not. It's just
Way
flat
too
out
high.
not gonna work.
Nope, too high.
I can get 2 of them in there. Oh goodness, everyone. The trials and tribulations of building out a van.
That actually kind of looks nice.
If it was just a little bit lower, it would fit.
Girl smells the pizza. And she's like, if you're not gonna eat that pizza, I will.
Oh man, I'm not having any fun over here.
Girl, you got a close up.
Okay, let's try that. Build and rebuild and build and rebuild. I feel like that's all you ever do in this. Put stuff together. Apart. We are gonna stop and eat some pizza, but I want to get this figured out real quick. I'm gonna cut a little bit off of this piece of wood.
Mike's the type of person he don't like to stop in the middle of a project, so. Which is not a bad thing.
Aha, now that is a little bit better. It's not perfect by any means, but now I can actually adhere to it.
That's level.
Why is it that way? Why is it? Tedious work, guys. Tedious thinking work. That's what all this is, really. Why does it seem crooked? Why does it seem not straight?
Oh no.
Oh, you're way off. You're so off.
Now it says, this says it's level.
Yeah, you're way off, bro. You're so off. I can just look at it and tell you. Now you're getting in the. You gotta go down. Alright. Take a look back at this. Now that looks right. I almost feel like I should put a piece of wood.
Well, if you do that, I mean, I feel like it won't get caught up back there, you know?
That's what I mean. It'll give it some
space.
Right, and then why is that crooked? Why is that not straight? I mean, why is that like that? That is that's not good. I don't like that at all. Is it this that's not square? Because I can't tell with that being there. Getting things square in this van is so hard. Because nothing is square anywhere in this van. It has to be the most unstraight van I've ever seen in my life. All the vans, every van that I've tried to build out, never straight. So it's just part of it. I'll put these in here, back in this one. Uh-oh. Wow, pizza, I'm stoked.
So is Girl. Girl has not left the van since the
she's
pizza
like-
has arrived.
She's like, I could pizza too, you know?
Girl is the black dog, if anybody's wondering.
Alright, you might have to come over here and help me hold that. Because I don't think it's going to hold itself together. Like that. There you go. Is that better?
That's nice.
Alright, cool. Get the bottom one in. We'll hold it. Now we'll put the ones on the ground in. Alright, it has to be straight. Alright, hold that right there. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. It's in the same spot.
Like, dang, I guess I don't got it.
You're good. Now that looks straighter and more square. Girl, what are you doing, girl? Leave that alone. Leave that alone. You're just looking, aren't you?
Yeah, she is.
You smell the food, you're like,
Yeah, she's getting in trouble.
nah. Now let's see.
That went a little high, like. Right? Well, when I pull it up over here, it just seems like this is like right before the edge where this is saying. Oh,
Right about there, right?
yeah. Can't even see my little.
Get rid of that screw, that's bad. day. Let me pull that out a little bit. No.
Where you wanted to go?
All that bumpiness has got me.
Messed up for a moment.
Yeah, like. Alright. Alright, that's flatter. Oh. There we go. Can you raise your side level? That's the wrong way level.
You can see it at the top though. Why would they do that?
There you go. So if I screw that in right there, should I put a little block of wood behind it?
Almost looks nicer with the block of wood behind it.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
You have to get a long screw and get all the way back.
Yeah, I got a long screw, so
Okay.
just put one on the other side. Alright, is that straight? Straight as it's gonna get, right?
Pretty much.
Alright. Some big screws in there. That's will be way too long to screw. What am I thinking? What about that? That really ain't going.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's almost all the way through the second board.
I guess I could screw those on and then screw it into the thing. That's probably what I should do. move that out of my way. Oh, I can't, can we? Oh, goodness. That's not good. Oh, man. Not enough hands. Oh, wow. I gotta stop. That's not doing very well. Straight. Level.
Does it look level? I think it looks level.
Go. Nice and tight. Ah. Wow. Okay. There we go. Not gonna swing too much, but it doesn't need to swing that much.
Yeah.
The thing is, will it? Well, when I do that over, it's not right. It's too low. Nope, do over. It's not level. You want to put that
This
board
edge
underneath there?
is leaning down a little bit because I don't
It's
have
not
enough
level.
room.
It's leaning down because it's not level. Don't touch it. You're gonna knock your hand off. Alright, now this has to be level when I do this because I can't. Okay, let go. Let go of that. Get your tape measure. Measure up to on there. I can't do it. I can't do it. You have to measure here.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to tell me if that's where the bottom of that is.
Right at 13 inches.
Okay. So, if we can keep it locked up there, you can put the tape measure away. It's up there as we can. Can you hold that? I can't hold it and drill it. Did it move?
No.
If it did, just say yes.
No, it should be flat with that, right?
It It moved. Just say it. I moved it.
Oh, no, I didn't move it. It moved.
It moved. I guess.
I didn't notice.
There we go. Got it? Woo. Did I get your hand?
You did, but that's okay.
Oh my.
Did I get up here?
No. It's not. I can't tell.
I think it is. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. It'll be a lot better when the other board's in there, you know? There we go, babe. Thanks. Let's get that other screw in there. There we go. That's looking better. I can tell by the screw holes we went up a little bit. There we go. Now that looks better. Yep. Good deal. It's leaning a little bit, but that's okay.
Well, and the battery box is gonna have a
lip there,
thing
so
here,
that'll
so
be
it's
perfect.
not gonna be leaning like that.
It sure won't. That'll be fine.
That should be good.
Yeah, thanks, babe, for holding that. Couldn't have done that without two people, that's for sure. Now you want to see if it slides out?
Oh, I do want to see.
Just don't step on the pizza. There we go. Alright, and now we'll have to put something on the front there to hold it up, which I plan on putting a little facing on the front there to be able to hold it up.
Still in it with a small board, but it's just a small one.
It's not too bad. Alright. Yeah, we need some legs. I'm gonna make a front piece for it with some legs. So yeah, pizza delivered. So that'll work, guys. That'll work very well once we get a little piece on the floor there and get the other part on the battery box over there. It'll kind of all go back together a little easier that way.
A lot of people are suggesting furniture polish.
Oh, that might be a good suggestion. You don't have it. Yeah. Yeah, you just leave it. Just leave it. You got it. It needs more work, so you're just fighting a battle that you're not gonna win. All right, guys. Well, I think it's time to eat some pizza and have a soda. What do you think, babe?
Sounds
3
good.
hours in. I think it's time to take a break. See where we're at. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice.
I love
Looks
pepperoni.
So, what's in the live? We can always come back on if we feel like it, if we start to do some more work.
Sorry about that, guys.
So,
Well, that was a lot of fun, a lot of bumps in the road, but if you had a van build or Scott and Terry built this house, even building the house, you run into obstacles and you just figure them out as you go.
Yep.
Thank you so much for everyone being here. It was kind of like Mike and I were working and you guys had all your lawn chairs right here and we're just talking and giving us advices, ordering us pizza. I mean,
that's so nice, guys. So
amazing. We
thank
truly
you for
appreciate
watching. I hope you go back and watch some of the demolition if you haven't seen that. We will definitely be going live again tomorrow to continue the build. It's slowly getting there, guys, but every day it's going to be a little bit more. So it's working out. Thanks for watching. Please like
Comment.
and subscribe.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
More content on Patreon.
And as always, ring that bell for notifications to see our next live. Because we're doing this van build, you just don't know what
when
projects.
we're going to be going live or what
Yep.
we're going to be doing. So, see you in the next one.
Thanks everyone for stopping by. Yay!
Thanks, moderators.
Oh yes, thank you moderators, because this live stream would definitely
Would
not have
be
been possible.
without our moderators.
And we wouldn't even tried if we
Nope.
didn't
We
didn't
didn't
have
trust our
moderators.
moderators.
Yes.
Good deal.
Thanks guys.